What do you want to accomplish next year? I always get this question around the end of the year holidays, you know, with resolutions and whatnot. And I'll have a list of things that I want to do, like, yeah, I want to start exercising, do more art, and all that kind of stuff. And sure, I can say a lot of words, but in the end, I always find myself during holidays not really celebrating, but instead just playing games and distracting myself with anything, really. And honestly, all of that was probably to avoid that one self-reflective thought of, what did I do this year? But this time, things were going to change. I was going to be productive. I would exercise, I would do more art, and I would get that sweet taste of just being okay at something. But how? To stay on track, I needed accountability. I didn't want to be alone. I needed other people to suffer with me. So I did the only thing that I could think of at the time. I turned my entire Discord into a game to get people to be productive for 1 month. Here's how it worked. The most important thing was that I needed to make people want to complete their goals. So I examined the most addicting games I could find and determined that there was seemingly one defining trait that made these games so appealing. And after much thought, I finally realized that these gamers really like to collect PNGs. So I made some cute little badges that people could collect, put on a customizable trainer card, sort of like Pokemon. These badges could be earned by completing certain tasks, and I try to make things pretty general, so things like exercising 3 times a week, drinking water every day, helping someone out, liking and subscribing, or completed a week's worth of goals that you made yourself. And speaking of goals, they could be anything. It could be as gigantic as writing a book, or as simple as brushing your teeth every day. Because for some people, myself included, self-care is one of the hardest things to do. And with each week, you would get more rewards, and hopefully by the end of the month, you have a cool collection of badges and maybe something that you're proud of. So yeah, I made a chill event that people could play at their own pace. But I knew that it wasn't going to work for everyone. Some people needed more. They needed fear, the looming threat of failure and disappointment. And this is where group accountability steps in. So I made a side event called Defeat the Enemy, where you work as a team to slay an enemy of the week. In order to damage it, you had to complete your goals. The catch is, the enemy's total HP is the percentage of the entire group's goals. If the enemy has 70% of the group's goal points, then everyone needs to finish 70% of their goals or else they all fail. And every week that the enemy gets defeated, a stronger one appears, which also means you get a new drawing from me, I guess. And eventually at the end, everyone needs to complete 100% of their goals to win. But anyways, that was just one of the side events. I also hosted stuff like Pomodoro study sessions, gesture drawings, workshops, and just whatever I could to get me or I guess whoever wanted to do things. And to end the event, I decided to host a show and tell PowerPoint presentation of sorts, where participants would show off everything that they accomplished throughout the month. And honestly, I didn't expect people to sit down and spend time on PowerPoint slides, but everyone went above and beyond. Well, mostly. I made a template for these guys. I told them to replace this placeholder image right here to something else. And these trolls just flipped it. Or whatever this is. Otherwise, it went great. And what surprised me was how much people did. Our Discord has a lot of artists, so people showcase some really cool like animations, concept art, illustrations. But there was also goals from other niches too, like cybersecurity, fitness, cooking, and much, much more. Someone even used this event to plan out their wedding, and it was really cool to see it all come together. And also, this show and tell part was completely optional, by the way, because I know how scary it is to, be present in front of an audience. So some people presented, some lurked or opted out, and then there were some that left their slides up to me to make.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Come back.
And that was our first gamepad event. Oh yeah, the event was called Gamepad. I totally forgot to mention that. But anyways, overall there was a lot of positive reception to this, so I ended up making this a biannual thing. I've added more badges since then, and now we even have a bot that automates a lot of the customization. And if you're interested in joining, our next Gamepad is in July. But either way, I was grateful to be able to have worked alongside everyone and improving ourselves, even if it was just for a couple months a year. It definitely made things a lot easier. Yeah, we did it!
Right?
Yeah.